Hello everyone. So in this video series, we are going to solve the previous year questions of GATE Aerospace. And in this video, we are going to cover the year 2013. In the previous videos, we have covered up till 2012 GATE Aerospace quantitative aptitude part. So let's start with the questions. The first question, the first five questions are of 1 mark each. The first question says that if x is greater than 3 and less than 5, and then y is greater than 8 and less than 11, then which of the following option is true? So over here, in this kind of question, we have to understand that x, we, x, y, it is minimum when it is minimum when x is going to be as small as possible and y is as large as possible, right? This is the function of ratio. Now the smallest possible value as per the range is 3. I'll take 3, and the largest possible value of y is 11 as per the given range, so 3 by 11. The option which is having 3 by 11, I have three options, so again a is eliminated over here. Now, the second case is when is x by y maximum? So the x by y is maximum when x is as large as possible. That is, the numerator is as large as possible, and the denominator is again as small as possible. So this in this case will become the highest value of x is 5 and the lowest value of y is 8. Right, so 5 by 8, it only comes up with the B. So option C and D is eliminated and I get the answer. C we don't have to follow any of the other things. We can simply just follow the logic and find out the answer of these questions. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. The question is of verbal aptitude. The headmaster blank to speak to you. Which of the following option is incorrect to complete the above sentence? The headmaster is wanting to talk to speak to you. The headmaster wants to talk to you. The headmaster want to talk to you, and the headmaster was wanting to talk to you. So over here, this kind of question basically are part of subject verb agreement. Over here, if you see the subject, who is the subject in this case? The headmaster. And the headmaster, if you see, we are talking about single person, so it's a singular. So the verb must be singular. What is the verb? That is want. It's needing something. It's wanting something. So want is a verb and it's in singular. So wants will be incorrect. It's wanting will be correct, and was again it's a past tense, so it will be incorrect. So the correct answer becomes want. Let's see the next question. Again, it's related to something similar. So Mahatma Gandhi was known for his humility as he played an important role in humiliating exit. No, it's not incorrect. It's incorrect option. He worked for humanitarian causes. No, humility is not something. If you talk about the exact meaning of humility, it's more about modesty. So you should be clear about this part, and then only right, being humble. It's something related to being humble or unassertive. So and is humble. Humble is the correct word. So he displayed modesty in his interaction. That is correct because he was modest and he was a fine human being. This is actually correct, but this does not follows the statement given above. So the option is incorrect. Right. So Mahatma Gandhi was a fine human being. That is correct, but it does not follows the that he is known for his humility. He's known for humility because he was modest in his interactions. This becomes your correct option. Let's see the next question. These questions were easier because they are of 1 mark each. So let's see. This is which of the above underlined parts of the sentence is not appropriate. The parts are all engineering students should learn mechanics, mathematics, and how to do computation. So, okay, thing is, if you notice into this sentence, all engineering students, right, should learn mechanics, mathematics, and how to do. So since this word is coming over here, how to do, the incorrect part would be fourth. I'll give you a little more explanation, but before that, I'll write down the right. Oops. Just instead of right, I'll write down correct. The correct form. The correct form will be all engineering students should learn mechanics, mathematics, and computation. So this can be one way to write. How to do is something which makes this statement incorrect. Or the second way would be all engineering students should learn how to do mechanics, mathematics, and computation. So what I'm trying to say over here is if you compare these two statements, you will get to know what the gist of this question, that we are maintaining a parallel structure, right? Maintaining a parallel structure throughout the sentence. What it means is if I am using three different objects like mechanics, mathematics, and computation, I should be treating them equally. So either it should be simply mechanics, mathematics, and computation, or how to do mechanics, mathematics, and computation. If I'm using it for the third part, so it's not inappropriate. It's an inappropriate, and that's why the fourth becomes the correct answer. I hope this is clear. To make more understanding of it, I request you to go through these two statements which are written over here. The statement 1 and 2, you'll get more clear explanations and answer of this part. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, now the next question is some again an interesting one. Like the pair that Bex expresses a relationship similar to that expressed in the pair. So the relationship given over here is what water is to pipe is, see, this is something given. So if you see a pipe out of it, this is a pipe, and then there is a water flowing inside the pipe. This is the relation which is given. Now cart goes over the road. Sea and beach, they are connected with each other. Music is played on the instrument. But electricity, as you all know, the electrons, right? So electricity passes through the wire. So the relationship that best expresses would be B1. Rest you can see it would be cart on road. Beach should be near sea. And music by instrument or on instrument. Right? But water through pipe and electricity through wire. So these are the best combinations or best matching words. Okay, and let's see the next question. Okay, now this comes something related to mathematics. So let's see. A velocity of an object fired directly in the upward direction is given by an equation. So the equation is given v equals to 80 minus 32t, where t is the time in seconds. And when will the velocity be between 32 meters per second and 64 meters per second? So I have been given a condition, and let's follow the condition. The condition is quite simple. I need to find out the value of V, which is between 32 and 64. So it will be like, I'll just put on the value of this 32t and 64t. Let's try to solve this. So if 80 goes on the other side, I'll get minus 48 less than equal to minus 32t less than equals to, if 80 goes on the other side, I'll get minus 16. So over here, this is a thing that you need to remember, that in inequalities, greater than becomes less, so less than, and less than becomes greater than if signs are changed. So if positive becomes negative or negative becomes positive, the greater than becomes less than. So the same thing is going to happen in this equation. Uh, Over here, I'm going to change the negative sign, and accordingly, this equation will entirely become like this. Okay. And if I find out the value of t, you can see that it is going to be 48 by 32, and this is going to be 16 by 32. Or simply it can be 3 by 2 less than t less than equals to 1 by 2. This is already there in the option, 1 by 2 to 3 by 2. So this becomes your correct answer. It's a very simple question. We just need to understand the basic rules of inequalities. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, now this is a big one. Okay. In a factory, two machines, M1 and M2, manufacture 60% and 40% of auto components, respectively. Out of the total production, 2% of M1 and 3% of M2 are found to be defective. If a randomly drawn auto component from a combined lot is found defective, what is the probability that it was manufactured by M2? Right. So this is a question of conditional probability. Right. The concept which is going to be followed over here is conditional probability. And I'll just start with the what is being asked. So if you randomly draw auto component from a combined lot which is found defective, so it is already defective and we have to find out whether it was manufactured by M2 or not. So I'll just simply write down. So what is the probability that it is from M2? What is the probability that it is from machine M2, considering that it is defective? So this basically is given as the probability of machine being defective, from machine 2 being defective. This is this intersection divided by the probability of being defective. Right. So again, now what is the probability of being from machine 2 and being defective? So there is some data given in the question which I'll be using over here. Like if I talk about components from machine 2, it's 40%. So that is 0.4. And out of the 0.4, how many are defective? 3%. So 0.03. So I'm using these two data to find out the numerator, that is components from machine 2 and being defective. So I just multiplied their probabilities. And what is the probability of being defective? So I'll find out the total probability of being defective. So if it is from A, it is going to be like 0.6, that is from M1. I'll just highlight it for better understanding. So let me just erase this. So what calculation I'm doing, it will become more clear. So if I'm talking about machine 1, right, 60% are manufactured and out of it 2% are defective. So 60% I'll write down 0.6 and 2% I'll write down 0.02. Now I'll change the color for better understanding. Let me go to this one. It's being manufactured by M2. 40% are manufactured and 3% are defective. Something which we have written in numerator. So 0.4 multiplied by 0.03. Now if I solve this, I'm going to get the answer. That is P of M2 being defective is 0.012 upon 0.012 plus 0.012. This becomes 0.5 or 50%. Right, this is your answer. Okay, this is one way of solving this question we have been given, and we have simply used the formula of conditional probability. There is also another way of solving this question that we can use. So how to do that? Let me draw the tree chart over here and it will become more clear. So let there are, okay, this is I'm right down, method 2. Let there are 100 components. In total, there are 100 components. So machine 1 is manufacturing 60. Machine 2 is manufacturing 40. Defective in machine 1. So let's try to find out. It's going to be 2% of 60. So 2% of 60 is going to be 1.2. And 3% in 40, again, it's going to be 1.2. Fine. So if I'm manufacturing 100 components, 60 are being manufactured at machine 1, out of which 1.2 is defective. 40 are being manufactured at machine 2, out of which 1.2 is defective. So I can simply write down as 100, out of which, if you see, 1.2 from M1 and 1.2 from M2, total 2.4 are being defective. And that basically makes your 97.6 to be non-defective. Now, out of this, from machine 1, it's 1.2. From machine 2, it's 1.2. If you talk about non-defective, we can also find out that quantity as well. So that is 38.8 in machine 2. Sorry, machine 1. Right. Sorry, machine 1, it's going to be 58.8 and 38.8 in machine 2. Right. So this way, we can now calculate that it is, if it is defective. So defective, there are going to be total of 2.4 defective pieces out of 100, and probability of manufactured by machine 2 is 1.2. So 1.2 by 2.4 again will become 0.5. So this is a tree method which can be used. Right. This also makes your calculations a bit easier. Okay, let's see the next question. Okay, now this question is about data analysis. So data has been given. The following table gives you data on tourists from different countries. Which two countries contributed to the 1/3 of the total number of tourists who visited in India in 2011? So combinations are already given. We just need to find out. First of all, I'll find out the total number. Right, it's total number is important over here. So you can just simply calculate 2 and 3, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12,000 is there, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 15. So 12 plus 12,000 plus 1,500 becomes 13,500. Now I'll find out 1/3 of total tourists. That is what we are supposed to find out, right? So 1/3 of 13,500, which becomes 4,500. Right. So I need to find out a combination out of all this row, which is equals to 4,500. If I talk about USA and Japan, this becomes 4,400. Right. Let me write it down over here. This becomes 4,400. US and Australia, it becomes 4,300. England and France, it becomes 4,500. And Japan and Australia, it becomes 4,700. See, the count is already given. I am just adding it up. So I don't think it will be much of the difficulty for you. And the correct answer you get is England and France. That is a combination which is giving the 1/3. Okay. Moving on to the next question. This is pretty simple one. I don't think much of the issues will be there in this question. So let's see the ninth question. If mod of minus 2x plus 9 equals to 3, then the possible value of minus x mod minus x square would be. Okay. So I have been given an equation already, that is minus 2x plus 9 mod equals to 3. This can have two cases, that is minus of minus 2x plus 9 equals to 3 or minus 2x plus 9 equals to 3, which further on solving gives x can be 2x minus 9 equals to 3 or minus 2x plus 9 equals to 3. This gives you a value of 6. This gives you a value of minus, oh sorry, 2. Sorry, 3. This will be okay. So I got two values of 6. Now, if I put it in the given question, that is x equals to 6, and I'll put x equals to 3. So this becomes minus x square. This becomes 6 minus 6 square. Again, 6 is positive, so it is going to be minus 30. And in this case, it's going to be minus 3 mod. This is going to be minus 6. Anyways, it's going to be 3 square. And this will become 3 minus 9, that is minus 6. So if you search in the option, you will get minus 30 as an option. So minus 30 becomes your correct answer. This is also a correct answer, but it is not in the option. Right. So that's why it is being rejected. Okay, let's look into the last question. And this is from Silogs. So we have been given something that all professors are researchers and some scientists are professors. Which of the following, which of the given conclusion is logically valid and is inferred from the above arguments? So this kind of questions, I personally prefer to solve them using Venn diagrams. Right, and this is the same method I'm going to solve, then we'll look into each of the options. So first statement is given that all professors are research. So I have a group of professors. So let's say they are represented by yellow colors. So all the professors, they are inside another group given by blue color, which is researchers. Now, some of the scientists are professors. So I'll take another color, let's say green color. And some of the scientists are, some scientists, not all, right? Only some of them are. So I'll write down like this. And I'll enlarge the video. I can also keep this circle inside the researchers. I can keep it outside since no information is given. Right. I'll assume the bigger circle. So I'll just take this green one as a scientist. And I'll satisfy the condition that some of the scientists are professors. So I got it. Now I'll try to solve this question using the given data. So the first one is all scientists are researchers. So you can see this part. These are the scientists which are not researchers. So this becomes incorrect. All professors are scientists. Again, there are certain professors in these categories which are not scientists. So this also becomes correct. Some researchers are scientists. Yes, you can see this part of the statement that some of the researchers are also scientists. This again becomes much clear if you are drawing a Venn diagram. No conclusion followed. This is not there. So I have a conclusion. I have a concrete conclusion that some researchers are scientists. And it is always preferred to solve this using Venn diagram. Okay. So that's all for this video. This entire video series is dedicated to our guru and mentor, late Shri Dr. E. Natarajan sir. He was a dean at CEG and University, Chennai. For more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and receive the regular updates. If you are preparing for GATE Aerospace and if you are interested in online and offline classes, you can connect with us on the given numbers. Also, we have launched free test series for all the GATE Aerospace aspirants. So you can go to the link given on the screen as well as on the description and enroll for this free test series to enhance your preparation for GATE Aerospace. Thank you so much.